I certainly remember the first time I read the Laozi back in high school, where I assumed the Laozi is all about not having a state and where the sage would not be doing anything in a literal sense. And then I was struck by all of these phrases, things like there are laws, but no one knows what they are. Well, why would there be laws? Why would you not tell them what they are? Then later I realized that do nothing doesn't literally mean you do nothing. What it means is you are seemingly doing nothing, but in fact, you are doing an incredible amount, but never in a way that seems overtly forcing anyone into anything. There's one beautiful line in Laozi that will say, after the sage, through seemingly doing nothing, the people simply say, oh, we have always been like this naturally.
One of the most intriguing but also shocking things that you say in your book, The Path, is that we can think of Lincoln as perfect Laozian sages. Could you expand on that?
So Lincoln becomes the president. He is president of obviously a very, very divided nation where both the North and the South correctly see themselves as coming out of something called the U.S. Constitution. The key things that appear in the Constitution are things like slavery, because slavery was actively practiced by half of the state. And essentially the power of what Lincoln did is he looked back and he reemerges it by saying, no, the founding document of America isn't the U.S. Constitution. The founding document is the Declaration of Independence, which opens by saying, all men are created equal. And when that was written, Thomas Jefferson really meant that as being, we colonial subjects of the English crown, we should be treated equally, so we should not have to be taxed without having proper representation in Parliament. But Lincoln rereads those words to saying all humans are created equal, black and white, across the races, and slavery means we are failing to live up to our own vision of why we even exist as a nation. After Lincoln, that becomes the vision for America. He simply spoke it in a way that brought about that world into existence. That is a Laozian sage. He becomes the Tao that gives birth to worlds. We mistakenly and foolishly, according to Laozi, think that strength lies strength. The most powerful person will simply try to dominate situations. Laozi will argue it fundamentally changes our understandings of power. Think of strength as like that powerful rock, and think of weakness as like water. Water can simply shift with the circumstances, a rock cannot. A powerful leader who's overtly powerful is inevitably creating the seeds of his own destruction. If you're ruling by weakness, you're using their attempt to overpower you to undermine them. You're using weakness to destroy their strength.